Hi guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at, once you've got your bar muscle ups and you can comfortably do a couple of reps, making sure you're working through them nice and as efficiently during a workout. Okay, so just like we spoke about with your toes to bar, there's different styles of bar muscle ups that you can do depending on the situation. There's also kind of more efficient ways of doing it. All right, so the big thing with your bar muscle ups is making sure that obviously using as much momentum from your hips as you can. Okay, one of the big things that stops people doing this is not really getting enough extension through their hips as they transition over the top. All right, this typically happens when people have got a lot of upper body strength, so they can pull themselves over the bar, okay, without necessarily using their hips as much as possible. Okay, obviously this is fine if you've only got a few reps to do, but when you're doing workouts with high volume bar muscle ups, then you're really going to start to struggle, particularly if there's a lot of upper body movements in the workout. Okay, so say you've got something like bar muscle ups, maybe with say handstand push-ups, or maybe with another movement like say power cleans, where you're going to be taxing your grip, taxing your upper body pulling strength to some degree, then you're going to start to struggle. Okay, so the first thing is to make sure you're using your hips effectively. Okay, second thing, as we mentioned in the previous video, okay, focusing on transitioning over the bar as high as possible. Okay, so that you're relying on your hips and your lats to generate the power, as opposed to being reliant on your biceps to get a pull over the top, but then also having to do a big tricep dip out the bottom of the movement. Okay, so again, that all just comes down to being aggressive with your hips. Okay, keeping your chest up as you transition and looking up forwards above, as opposed to looking down at the bar or straight in front. Okay, the other thing you want to try and avoid doing as you transition over the top is resting on the bar before you dip. Okay, because you're effectively then, all the momentum that you generate through your kip, you're effectively wasting, okay, and it's becoming more of a strict dip, which is obviously going to make it much more fatiguing. Okay, and then once you're at the top of the rep, okay, again, when you come back down, you want to try and avoid resting on the bar. Okay, A, it's going to add to your cycle time, but B, there's also not really much of a need. Okay, you want to try and think that, you know, the top part of a bar muscle up's the easy bit. All right, that's your recovery. So go straight up, dip out, and then try and drop straight back down into your next rep, as opposed to lowering yourself down, pausing, and then coming back down into your swing. Okay, now when you go down from that top position, okay, what you don't want to do is fall completely back and all the way around into a full kind of semicircle shape. All right, you want to stay, you don't want to stay too close to the bar, but you want to stay kind of within about a foot of the bar. Okay, so what that's going to mean is you still carry some momentum from the first rep down into the second. Okay, so you're going to benefit from that stretch shortening cycle we've mentioned previously with your toes to bar, in terms of carrying the momentum on the way down, which is going to load your lats as you come into that kind of forward swing. Okay, ready to then snap back into your next rep on the back swing. Okay, what you want to avoid is coming so far away from the bar that you've got so much momentum that either it's going to be very taxing on your grip over a lot of reps, or it's going to take a lot more energy to reverse that forward momentum. Okay, so it wants to be somewhere in between, kind of around a foot, definitely no more than a foot distance between your body and the bar as you come down. Okay, on the flip side of that, if you're too close, then you're not going to have any momentum to carry into the next rep. Okay, so say you're at the top of the movement and you literally drop straight down, then you're going to have to work a bit harder to get into a forward swing to propel yourself back up over the top. Focus on that next time you do your bar muscle ups, guys. If you've got any questions, give us a shout, and we'll see you all next week.